You're watching the 6th week of the house construction vlog. On day 36, Kuya Insig is busy piling hollow blocks in the living area. Meanwhile, Kuya Jeffrey opens up the wall for the bathroom and instructs the other workers to dispose of the debris. He then starts working on the sink, removing the wooden scaffolding, and prepare the ground. Ando, on the other hand, is working on the upper tie beams of the genkan. After lunch, my husband and I purchased a sink and faucet for the kitchen. Later in the afternoon, Kuya Jeffrey continues making the frame of the kitchen sink. The next day, the construction team pours some concrete mix into the kitchen frame. Meanwhile, Papa Andot is extending the main line. Tio Niday helps my father by carving the walls for the utility boxes. The team places the molders on the upper tie beams of the genkan and start making and pouring the concrete mix. Kuya Jeffrey wants to work on the frame of the septic tank, but we request Tatay Talino get rid of the coconut tree. So he helps Tatay Talino extend the wooden ladder. Now, Tatay Talino starts cutting the tree into pieces, with his son helping him put the pieces down safely. My husband and I decide to have a large window in the living area. One of the funny moments at the site is during the lunch break. Someone unexpectedly farted, disturbing the nap time of the workers. Afterwards, Kuya Jeffrey and the other workers make the roof frame for the living and the genkan area. Upon arriving at the site, I'm surprised how fast they have installed the roof sheets for the remaining parts of the house. Kuya Jason and other workers remove the molders, while Kuya Insik and Adele prepare the lower tie beam. Tatay Talino tries to dig the ground to cut the roots of the coconut tree. However, he decides to cut it into two pieces, separating the lower trunk from the upper part. Also, he has already removed the branches and leaves of the kamanza tree. The large window is slowly being put into place. On the roof, Kuya Jeffrey and Kuya Ando secure the roof sheets and cover the umbrella nails with Volcasil. However, Kuya Jeffrey has to close the gap between the roof sheets in the kitchen and the living area. After preparing the lower tie beam, they pour the concrete mix into it and do the same thing with the other side. 18 sheets of marine plywood arrive, and Kuya Jeffrey starts cutting them in half to work on the bedroom ceiling. After lunch, Papa Anda checks if the metal panel for the breaker fits the carved part of the wall. Buknoy applies some silignum on the ceiling frame. Then, Kuya Anda welds the extra bar around the roof frame. Everyone is doing their respective tasks. Tatay Talino cutting the trees, Papa Andot is working on electrical tasks, and Kuya Ando is piling hollow blocks in the genkan area. Speaking of electrical work, Papa Andot is inserting the electrical wire into the pipe, and it will soon be connected to the main line. The fine sand has arrived, and our young workers are sifting it. Anita is helping out in carving the walls, while Papa Andot and Kuya Jeffrey are simultaneously doing the work. At the back, Kuya Insik is finishing the wall of the septic tank using fine sand and cement. Tatay Talino has successfully cut the kamansa tree. And here is the update for the bedroom ceiling. Kuya Andoy continues piling the hollow blocks in the afternoon. Before their shifts end, Kuya Insik and Ricky cover the septic tank and put the bars together for its flooring. On the other hand, Rodel and Pablo are helping Tatay Talino in clearing the bathroom area by disposing of the coconut tree lower trunk. On the next day, Kuya Insik places the molders around the septic tank, while Tatay Talino resumes his work on the kamansi tree. Kuya Andoy also closes the Kenken sidewall. After placing the molders, they are pouring concrete mix into them. After lunch, we purchase 5 doors from Worldwide Home Depot and have them delivered to the site. Kuya Jeffrey has finished making the kitchen ceiling and has started making the ceiling frame of the living area. Kuya Insik starts digging the ground for the foundation and tie beam in the bathroom area, while Kuya Andoy is making rings for the tie beams. Meanwhile, Kuya Jason is digging the last tie beam at the front. Finally, the workers place the final tie beam at the front and start piling the hollow blocks. Meanwhile, Kuya Jeffrey continues working on the ceiling frame. It's Saturday, so my mother, Mama Susan, and I are preparing lunch for the workers and visitors. I spot my father working on the electrical system in the ceiling. The column for the bathroom's foundation is now ready. However, there are still some hindrances to deal with, such as the guy wire holding the electrical pole, water pipes, and our main electrical wire. Finally, the column is put in place, and they start piling the hollow blocks. Removing the lower trunk of the kamansi tree is taking longer than expected, but Tatay Talino completed the task later that day. It's a rainy day, and only 3 workers show up. So, Kuya Andoy is placing some glass blocks on top of our main door. Then Kuya Jason takes off the excess cement around the glass blocks. Kuya Jeffrey focuses on finishing the ceilings of the living area and the genkan. After, Kuya Andoy works on finishing the edges of the window in the living area. Before the shift ends, my husband's aunt pays a visit to the site. He is giving her a tour. And that's the week's highlight. Stay tuned for the next vlog. See you next time.